Hi there. You're welcome here, and I just want to share with you something very brief, and it is concerning the title of King David that the Lord called him as a man after my own heart. So the Lord tells Samuel and says, I found myself a man after my own heart. And that was in reference to David. And how beautiful it is for God to call someone that so-and-so is a man after my own heart. See, many times we are after God's gifts. We are after God's blessing. We are after God's anointing. We are after God's miracles. We are after God's signs. We are after prophecies. We are after spiritual gifts, but not after his heart. Not after his heart. This is why we often enter in depression when we do not receive of those gifts that we are seeking from the Lord. And yet, God desires that we should be after his heart, after his heart, after his will, what he wills. So this really inspires me about King David. He was a man after God's own heart. This is the reason why when he sinned, immediately his prayer was, do not take your spirit from me. Don't depart from me. Let your presence not depart from me. He was not after the kingdom. He was not after the crown. He was not after money. He was after the presence of God. He was after the Spirit of God. He was after God's own heart. So you and me, as we are trying to grow in the knowledge of Jesus Christ, what exactly are we seeking? Are we after God's heart, or we are after the gifts of God? We're after his blessings, after his provision and supply, after God's own heart. So before David became a king, before David became a warlord, before David had a crown, before David was given a kingdom, he was first a man after God's own heart. First a man after God's own heart. It appears like God had a kingdom, a crown, a throne, and then was looking for a man. Because he told Samuel, I have found myself a man after my own heart. He had a kingdom, he had a crown, he had a throne. Then he was looking for someone who was after his heart. Before you look for the kingdom, before you look for the crown, before you look for the throne, be after the heart of God. Because when you seek the heart of God, his heart will be opened and these treasures will come. Be blessed. Thank you. Subscribe, turn on the bell button.